The war in Ukraine is no longer confined to the skies and battlefields. It has moved underground. Ukrainian officials report that in recent days, Russian forces have been attempting to infiltrate the Kharkiv front by moving through abandoned pipeline systems, while Kyiv responds by flooding or mining these tunnels to trap their adversaries. Russia turns pipelines into underground passages. Ukrainian observers recently sounded the alarm over Moscow's unusual tactic near Kupiansk, a contested city in the Kharkiv region. In order to bypass defensive lines undetected, Russian troops have been using massive disused gas pipelines that stretch for kilometers and cross the Oskil River, a major natural barrier in the area. To make the journey possible, soldiers rely on improvised carts that allow them to move inside the pipes. According to Yuriy Fedorenko, commander of the Achilles drone regiment, it took one Russian group 4 days to travel nearly 10 kilometers through such a pipeline before surfacing near Kupiansk. This marks at least the 3rd time since the start of the conflict that Russian units have exploited underground utility networks, gas and water lines to sneak across Ukrainian positions. The open-source intelligence group Deep State confirmed over the weekend that Russian forces used a pipeline near Kupiansk to cross the Oskil and establish supply routes, as well as drone control posts closer to the city. Drone footage released by the group showed soldiers pulling supplies out of an opening in the woods. Russian social media channels amplified the material, adding clips of troops crawling through confined pipelines. Ukraine's countermeasures. Ukraine's General Staff acknowledged Russia's attempt, but stressed that Kupiansk remains under their control. Officials noted that several of the local pipelines had already been flooded or damaged, making them unusable. Fedorenko added that his unit deployed engineering munitions to collapse one of the pipes and deliberately filled another that intersected the Oskil River. He admitted Russia could eventually repair some of the infrastructure, but insisted Ukrainian forces were carefully monitoring all activity. Other Ukrainian military bloggers reported that defenders have strung barbed wire or even set mines inside certain pipelines to make infiltration impossible. This is not the first time Moscow has resorted to bold underground maneuvers. Back in March, Russian special forces marched 14 kilometers through a gas pipeline near Sudzha in order to strike a Ukrainian position in Kursk. Earlier in 2024, Russian troops drained a water pipeline in Avdiivka, Donetsk, carving out emergency exits every 90 meters as they advanced unseen. Ukraine's extensive pipeline network, a relic of its past role as Europe's main transit hub for Russian natural gas, provides many such opportunities. Some of these lines once carried as much as 140 billion cubic meters of gas annually, though most are now idle as Europe reduces its reliance on Russian energy. Moscow's strategic target. Despite rumors circulating on Russian media, Ukraine insists there is no fighting in central Kupiansk. According to Alexei Bielsky, spokesman for Ukraine's Dnipro strategic group, Russian units are concentrated north of the city, attempting river crossings with rafts and boats. He emphasized that defensive fire had already repelled several incursions. Nevertheless, Bielsky admitted that Russia's ultimate goal in Kharkiv is the capture of Kupiansk. While Moscow has yet to secure a firm foothold, its troops are probing the northern outskirts and at times attempting to infiltrate by blending in with remaining civilians in plain clothes. Kupiansk, just 104 kilometers east of Kharkiv city, has endured relentless bombardments, from glide bombs and artillery to multiple rocket launch systems and first-person view drones. The battered city is largely without power, gas, or running water, yet around 1,800 residents still remain, living amid the uncertainty of a battle that now extends both above and below ground.